Hey there, curious minds! Today we're delving into the fascinating world of ChatGPT. Developed by OpenAI, ChatGPT is like a language wizard on the internet. But what's the magic behind it? How does it work and what can it do? Buckle up as we unravel the mysteries and capabilities of ChatGPT, the chat-savvy AI that's changing the game of online conversations. Whether you're a tech enthusiast or just curious about the future of AI, this is the place to be. Hit that subscribe button, and let's embark on a journey into the realm of ChatGPT together. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT, created by OpenAI using the GPT 3.5 architecture, is a powerful language model falling under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. Its strength lies in its ability to comprehend and generate human-like language. To achieve this, the model underwent training with a variety of internet text, enabling it to respond in a remarkably natural manner across a diverse set of queries. In simpler terms, ChatGPT is a smart text generator. It's been taught by exposing it to tons of information from the internet, and now it can chat with users, answering questions, creating content, and more. Think of it as a friendly digital assistant that understands what you're saying and responds in a way that sounds just like a person. While it's pretty clever, it's important to remember that it's not perfect, and sometimes its responses might be a bit off. But overall, it's a nifty example of how computers are getting better at talking with us. How ChatGPT works. Architecture. The term GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Now let's break that down. Generative means it can create, pre-trained means it has learned from loads of data before, and transformer is the special brainy structure it uses. This structure, like a super smart detective, is excellent at figuring out context and connections in information. Imagine this architecture as a language maestro. It's not just memorizing words. It understands the flow, tone, and meaning behind them. It's like having a buddy who not only hears your words, but grasps the vibes and context too. So in a nutshell, GPT's architecture is a language whiz that has learned a lot from tons of examples. It's the cool kid in town when it comes to understanding and creating text. Pre-training. Let's unravel the mystery of ChatGPT. This clever language buddy has done its homework, absorbing tons of information from a gigantic library. It's like attending the ultimate school for words. In this school, ChatGPT learns the ins and outs of grammar. You know, the rules that make sentences sound just right. But that's not all. It becomes a fact-checking expert, soaking up knowledge about the world. And here's the twist. It even gets a glimpse of some biases that might be lurking in the data. Think of it as ChatGPT getting the lowdown on what people have said, the good and the not so good. So when you're chatting with ChatGPT, it's like having this ultra-smart friend who's been around the block, knows the grammar game, and has a wide array of facts up its sleeve. Just keep in mind, it's still learning and might reflect a bit of the world it learned from. It's the language whiz that's ready to chat, answer questions, or maybe even tell you a joke or two. Fine-tuning. Now let's talk about the superhero training of ChatGPT. Once it's done with its general education, it gears up for some specialized tasks, like going from a student of everything to an expert in a particular subject. Imagine you're teaching it to be the go-to chef in a virtual kitchen. You'd fine-tune it by showing loads of recipes and tricks specific to cooking. Or if you want it to be a travel guide, you'd fine-tune it with the ins and outs of the coolest destinations. So after its general schooling, ChatGPT puts on its task-specific superhero cape, ready to swoop in and tackle whatever job you've got for it. It's like having a friend who's not just smart, but is also a quick learner, adapting to become an ace at whatever you need. Prompt-based generation. Now let's talk about how we team up with ChatGPT. When you want to chat, you throw questions or prompts its way. It's like having a conversation with your AI buddy. ChatGPT taps into its brain full of knowledge, gained from all its learning adventures, and whips up responses that make sense and fit the chat vibe. It's like having a super smart pal who's got your back in any conversation. So you ask, it understands, and voila, you've got a virtual chat companion ready to chat about almost anything under the digital sun. Limitations. Let's talk about ChatGPT's strengths and limitations in a down-to-earth way. Sure, it's a smarty-pants AI, but it's not flawless. Sometimes it might goof up, offering answers that don't quite hit the mark or sound a bit wonky. It's a bit picky about how you phrase your questions, and like any of us, it carries a bit of bias it picked up during training. So while it's a tech marvel, it's not perfect. Just like that friend who's great to chat with but might slip up once in a while. Let's clear something up. ChatGPT doesn't have a mind of its own. It's not sitting there contemplating the universe or understanding feelings. Nope, it's more like a really advanced parrot. It mimics patterns it picked up from tons of internet chatter during its training. So when you chat with it, it's not thinking or feeling. It's just putting together sentences based on what it heard before. It's a clever chatterbox, not a thoughtful philosopher.